I am so happy and proud to be with you in this Let Us Spread the Spreadsheet program. Today I am going to talk something about Excel revolutions number 1, dynamic array. What's a dynamic array? What are the features and how it becomes a revolution? Data became dynamic, so is Excel. So what is an array? Array is nothing but set of values stacked together. It can be vertically or horizontally stacked together. Let us see what is the difference between an array, table, range. Even though all the three seem to be the same, subtle differences are there. Okay? Range is nothing but any consecutive selection of rows and columns. For example, if I select this, it becomes a range. Right? Need not be of same type of data in every column or all cells. Table is a properly structured data with column headers. Every table in Excel is having column headers, whether you are defining it or not. Data expected to be of same type in every entire or in every column. Then what is an array? Array is, in my opinion, it is a combination of both range and tables, taking the features of both. It is also a consecutive selection of rows and columns. Concept of this array is available in every computer language. It is not something new to this computer world. Even before these arrays, the concept of matrix is in mathematics. Now let us come to Excel arrays. So what is an array formula? A formula returning a set of values occupying more than one cell or any formula entered as an array formula. These formulas are called array formulas. Excel array can contain only a constant and we cannot enter any cell references or formulas inside an array. For example, here you can see I have entered equal to within curly brace. So arrays are denoted by curly braces. Columns are separated by commas and rows are separated by semicolons. So I have given an array formula here equal to a curly brace of 1, 2, 3. By that what I am saying is 1, 2, 3 are in different columns in the same row. When I am putting semicolon, I am telling to Excel it should be in the next row. 4, 5, 6 says that it is in a row of multiple columns. Now equal to within curly brace 1, 2, 3 semicolon 4, 5, 6 semicolon 7, 8, 9 and curly brace close. And if I am entering this formula, that is right and this is wrong. I cannot enter equal to A1, B3. All these are references. These references cannot be utilized inside an array. So arrays are accepting only constants and it can be text also. Now Excel arrays before 2019. Let us go to the history. There were 3 steps to enter any array formula. First of all, select the destination, then enter the array formula, then press Ctrl Shift Enter to make the formulas array formula. And these formulas are called as CSE formulas, Ctrl Shift Enter formulas. Excel will enclose this formula with the additional set of curly braces. Example, here I have entered one formula. These are the quantities and these are the prices. I could have entered the formula separately or I could have entered as a single formula also. Select the destination, then enter the formula equal to all these quantities multiplied by all the corresponding prices. Then I am pressing Ctrl Shift Enter. There is a curly brace added by the system. Here you can see the curly brace also. I have made a screenshot. So an array formula is entered as a multiple cells formula and corresponding rows, columns are multiplied or added and a curly brace is added by the system. This is before 2019 and these arrays are called static arrays. Now Excel arrays after 2019, what happened? After 2019, a new type of array is introduced. In the case of dynamic arrays, the number of rows and columns are dynamic. The size of the array gets expanded or shrunk according to the requirement. I have listed some 11 dynamic array features of Excel. Let us see one by one. One formula returning a set of values and they are dynamic is the first important feature that we already seen. And the second important point is no requirement to select the destination or press Ctrl Shift Enter. That means you can, like any other formula, we are entering the array formulas also. Excel doesn't add any curly brace around the formulas. Okay, so there is an independence for the curly braces. Okay, so every formula need not be having a curly brace. Okay? That is another important feature. Okay. So example, let me tell you, I'll copy the same quantity and prices. I'll put it here and let us write a new formula here equal to all these numbers multiplied by all these numbers. If I press enter, it is working. Previously, how we were using, select the destination, then press equal to all the quantities multiplied by all the prices. I have to press Ctrl Shift Enter and both the results are the same. See the differences in the formulas. This formula is entered without curly braces. This formula I have entered without curly brace, but Excel has added this curly brace. So what is the difference between these two? This is a static array, this is a dynamic array. A blue color border is shown around the array to show the boundary of these arrays. For example, here we don't have any blue color border. Once I come here, I can see a blue color border here. It shows the boundary of the array. And only the first cell contains the entire array. For example, I can delete this cell. Now the entire thing is gone. If I say Ctrl Z, everything comes. So that means what? Only the first cell contains the entire array. Then what about the other cells? Other cells can be called as either spilled cells or ghost cells. Why I am calling ghost? If I delete this, nothing happens. So we are seeing only a shadow. That's why we can call it as a shadow cell. So other cells can be called as either spilled, ghost or shadow cells. Now a new error called spill error is introduced if the spilled cells are not empty. Example, if I enter some number here, now I am getting a new error called spill error. This is introduced since 2019 along with the dynamic array feature. For all other cells, there is no problem. But when I come to the first cell, I can see an error here. And if I delete this cell and make the array free, make the cells free to spill, then that error is gone. A new array reference is introduced by adding hash symbol to the first cell address. Go to the first cell or refer the first cell and put a hash. So once I press enter, I am getting an array. Now rows and columns can be inserted as only the first cell contains the array. This is a dynamic array, this is a static array. If I insert anything inside, any row inside, now the system says you cannot change part of an array, not because of this array, but because of this array. If I delete these cells, let us delete these cells. If I insert a row now, there is no problem, okay? Because only the first cell contains the array formula. Now if you see the formula, it is automatically expanded. New array manipulation functions are introduced after this innovation. There are some 20 plus functions. All of them are very interesting, and maybe in the future videos, let us try to see that. Is there any problem with dynamic arrays? Yes, still array of arrays are not possible. Okay? Multi-dimensional arrays are not possible as in other languages. So it is only a two-dimensional array maximum possible. It can be easily circumvented by some of the functions already introduced in Excel. That also let us see maybe later. Now these features have made Excel's dynamic arrays as a revolution rather than a feature. What can be called as a revolution? A fundamental radical change, right? Such a kind of a dramatic changes happened in Excel in the entire life history of electronic spreadsheets. Because of this dynamic array feature, what are the effects happened in Excel? Copying the formula and pasting in other cells to other similar calculations, it is done away with. So previously we have entered this formula like this, right? Quantity into price. Then I will say copy and paste here, or dragging or something, double clicking. Somehow I have copied and pasted these formulas. But today we are entering a single formula to enter this, right? So there is no copy paste, right? So referring the ranges becomes simple by using array references. That means using the Control Shift up arrow, down arrow is reduced a lot. Okay? Unless otherwise you want to select a range, you need not press this Control Shift up or down arrows to select the entire data. If it is already a table or if it is already an array, it is easy to select or it is easy to refer that ranges or arrays by simply making an array reference that we have seen first cell address plus hash. Now, because of this effect, because of this dynamic array, usage of dollar symbol. This is a very, very important symbol that we were using to represent absolute references and mixed references in our formulas. Now it is getting reduced considerably. Very, very remotely we are using this dollar symbol. So all these principles multiplied by 1 plus this rate to the power of number of years. Now see the power of this kind of formulas. If I press enter, no requirement of a dollar symbol. One formula calculates multiple values. Today, every formula can become an array formula. The formula integrity gets improved as we need to verify or correct only the first cell. If the first cell is right, every cell is right. If the first cell is wrong, every cell is wrong. I need not even go and verify the other cells. See, when we combine with other functions, so many algorithms are now possible which may not be easily possible before. Suppose this is my name, Ratnagiri, and I want to separate each and every character. Today I can write a formula equal to mid of this text, comma. Now I am using a combination of dynamic array with a sequence function. Sequence is also an array function which returns an array, a dynamic array. Sequence of, let us say, number of rows is length of this text. See the power of this kind of formulas. Then one character at a time. If I am entering, now I can see every character is separated. So such a kind of new algorithms or new way of approaching the problem is today possible. Combined with the table features of Excel, the entire data process can now be automated. Suppose I am having roll number, name, and then mark 1. So 1, 2, 3, there are 3 or 4 students and their names are A, B, C, D and their marks are 45, 58, some 65, 78. And if I try to convert this to a table and let us give the name of the table as marks. Now I can refer this entire data by simply typing marks. So I will never go to the source data again. I can refer this entire table here. If I add any row here, suppose I am entering E and then 90 marks. See the beauty here. Okay? The dynamic array gets automatically expanded and only the first cell contains the formula, and still I can refer this array with a new reference, right? So this hash. So like that I can get the data easily replicated in many places. So combined with the table features of Excel, entire data process can be automated. Now I can write a formula to sum, count, whatever it is. So classifying, sorting, summarizing, reporting, very simple with a combination of table features and dynamic array. Now think about the differences of recalculating 25 formulas for 25 cells and one formula for 25 cells. Example, I will say, suppose I have some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and I am entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to multiply this, previously I could have written a formula, this and then dollar, I am freezing the k column multiplied by this one and I am freezing the row. And now I will copy and paste. Okay, this is the old method. Okay, how much time it takes? Can you see that? Now for this particular calculation, 25 formulas are used for 25 numbers, right? 25 cells. Now let us use the same thing here. I am entering the same formulas. I am entering the same numbers here. Now let us try to write the formula today equal to all these numbers multiplied by all these numbers. Press enter. So here we are properly utilizing Excel. Instead of using 25 formulas, we are using one formula. Excel is moving from source based reporting to destination based reporting. Example, if I want to filter all the marks greater than 50, previously I will be clicking here and then a number filter, I will say greater than 50, something like that. So all the reports are source based. I have to go to the source data and then do it. Okay. But today we can apply a function, an array formula, to get the results wherever I want. So I will forget about this source data. I will remember only the table name and we can report anything. So this is again a concept of automation. And then many menu and shortcut features are available in functions. If I go to data, there are so many buttons: sort, filter, advanced filter, remove duplicates. Now today all these are replaced. I may not say replaced, still may be available, but all these features are now available as functions like filter, unique, sequence, and sort. So these are some of the effects of our Excel dynamic array. Let us utilize this dynamic array wherever possible. We will talk about these dynamic array features along with so many examples and array functions. So till then, thank you for being with me. Let us spread this spreadsheet, friends. Thank you.